Namaskar. Hello and welcome to PGurus channel. I'm your host Sree Iyer. Joining me today is Sumit Peer, Ask Sumit program. But before that, we have a lot of revelations that are coming out in that brief visit of Rahul Gandhi to United States. By the way, 5 or 6 days of his stay are still missing. As the leader of opposition, he enjoys cabinet rank. He should have notified the Ministry of External Affairs as to where his whereabouts were. Did he do it, or does he believe in flaunting all these things? Well, we'll find out. Sumit Peerji, Namaskar, Ram Ram, Radhe Radhe, how are you?
Jai Siyaram, Radhe Radhe, all great and fine, sir. By the grace of Lord Mahakal and your Ashirwad. Namaskaram to you and all the viewers.
Viewers, we have a lot of things to share with you. Since the morning, I hope you saw 𝗼𝗍 R Rajagopal's show as well as the other shows in the morning that we put out on Trump assassination attempt. So this is like a continuation of that. So first, let's jump right in. Sumitji, first topic, over to you.
Thank you, sir. The first topic which we are going to cover is him meeting I think it's the Pakistani journalist. His name is Sajin Bhai. Do we have the deck on this or some name? The first Pakistani anchor, yeah. Let's go to this.
Yeah, 𝗤𝙭 𝗤𝘅, Pakistani section of Voice of America. Right.
So he is a Pakistani journalist and he is on a part of Voice of America. And the problem here is that this man is anti-India. If you look at his Pakistan TV debates, he talks about anti-India. He is all against Prime Minister Modi. He is against BJP. And he's against, he's very known anti-Hindu face. Now the question is, if a person is against India, against BJP, against Modi, against Hindus, what is the interest of Mr. Rahul Gandhi meeting? And there are a couple of things which you have to understand here. First, the challenge here is that Rahul Gandhi, after from 49 to getting to around 99 seats, 50 seats to 99 seats, there's a lot of change in Rahul Gandhi. Now he's going for the kill. He has that appetite. He has that thing wherein he thinks that he has the best chance to come to the power, and his sponsors and his people who patronize him, they can't wait for another 5 years. It is now or never. Even after 5 years he fails, there is nobody who's going to put money on him. That is the end of the story. Look how carefully his politics has evolved. He goes there and he attacks Prime Minister Modi, he attacks BJP, he attacks the systems of India. And he talks about, for example, if you look at the talk of the Sikhs in India are under attack. Sikh cannot wear a kada, Sikh cannot wear a pagdi, cannot go to a Gurdwara. Now, a lot of people, you might think he's meeting all the anti-Hindu, anti-India forces like this Tawheed and all. Why didn't he say that Muslims cannot wear a hijab, Muslims cannot wear a skilka, Muslims cannot go to a mosque? This is a question which all of your mind must be coming. I'll have the answer. Sree sir, you wanted to make a point?
Yes. So let me set the context here, guys. This video reveals a lot, and we are going to show you 3 different characters. Okay, and the first one, let's go back to the beginning, please, and I'll tell you 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going to tell you all the topics. No, stop. Yeah, stop right there. Good. So I'm going to tell you all the things that we are going to be discussing in the brief conversation before we go to Q&A. First thing is, who is Sarita Pandey? She's the person who's supposed to have set this entire thing together. So like this, there is a Bangladeshi, there's a Pakistani connection, Bangladeshi connection. Then there's this lady whose husband is very, very close with the Alphabet Soup Group. You know the Alphabet Soup Group. Then there are other things that we are going to be talking about. There is this lady journalist whose name is Vijayalaxmi Nadar, and this person, the less said the better. We are going to talk about that. Also, what is happening on the India Today journalist. The attack was committed by one of the people who's supposed to be the media advisor for Rahul Gandhi. And this guy doesn't have a problem with Rahul Gandhi meeting and talking and answering questions from Pakistani journalists, Bangladeshi journalists, and other country journalists. It is the problem only when it comes to an Indian journalist, that to an innocuous question that he asked. So that's another thing that we're going to talk about. Then more about this person, Vijayalaxmi Nadar. What did she speak at the Rahul Gandhi event in Dallas? We have a video clip of that. Also, 6th one is, what is the relationship of this person with entities such as IIMC? Why does she spew venom on some organizations such as the GHHF? All this stuff we are going to be talking about. So 6 major items. The first one we have just covered, but we will revisit that because The first three will be all covered right here in this one video. We'll pause, start, pause, start, pause, start. Okay, start from the beginning and I'll ask you to pause, stop. So as soon as the first name, every time the name comes, stop. Thank you, Sachin. So this is Sarita Pandey. She is the one who put together the entire event. Now, the interesting thing here is they were desperately, this is what I'm hearing, okay? They were trying desperately to get a white person. I'm not going to sugarcoat this, okay? I am not going to sugarcoat this. White person is what they wanted, so that that person could have easy full toss questions to Rahul Bhai, who will then hit them out of the park. This was the attempt. And this Sarita Pandey is very, last time also she did this organization, and her husband Ajit Sahi is is associated. There you go. That's her picture, and she is with, you can see her with 𝗤𝗏𝗍𝗏, also with Rahul Gandhi. And the third person is Riya Chakrabarti, Hindus for Human Rights. You know, HFHR is, this is the last year visit. And HFHR is the organization, again, part of the Muslim gathering alphabet. So these guys are lying. The Sunita Vishwanath is the other person who does this stuff. She is supposed to be the face of this. All, you know, dyed in the wool liars. So Sarita Pandey's husband is part of IAMC, Indian American Muslim Council. Okay, so these are all same set of voices, nasty, anti-India, anti-Hindu, anti-Modi. I can go on. So this is what these people are composed of. Now let's move the thing a little bit more. Video, please. The next character. Stop. Thank you. Mushfiq Ansari is the one who has his hand up like this. He's the, they say that he has links with Jamaat. I mean, Rahul Gandhi, you have a problem. I mean, first of all, it was not even asked to Rahul Gandhi. Sam Pitroda has a problem when innocuous question as to what is Rahul Gandhi's response going to be on the genocide of Hindus in Bangladesh. His media center, his media guy, head, geroused this journalist. They basically manhandled him for 30 minutes, grab his phone, ensure that the video is deleted, take it out of the cloud also. And I heard that there was some slapping also. The interesting part here, Sumitji, is Sam Pitroda is apologizing to this journalist, not the guy jiske haath pe chale the.
Correct.
Sumitji,
Ji.
What hubris, dekho. Just because that rascal is part of this one, they think that they don't have to apologize. I don't know why Sam Pitroda has to apologize. He didn't say anything. He didn't do anything. He didn't say, "Jao maro usko." So
when basically, sir, when the shit hit the fan, they were left with no other option but apologize. They got exposed. I think if I remember correctly, this Ansari guy is the same guy who asked those atrocious questions in the US press briefing. Is he the same guy?
Exactly. He goes to White House. He goes and asks anti-India questions. He'll never ask any question on Bangladesh.
Correct. People are telling me he's on the payrolls of BNP and ISI. He's basically ISI's man. He's associated with ISPR. He's given these questions by the ISPR, and he exactly goes as a Bangladesh journalist and asks anti-India questions and tries to put India and Prime Minister Modi in a dock. He's the same man who's a habitual offender, and all the tricky questions which were asked in the past, like those atrocious questions, this man is asking. So if this man is hated in India and he's anti-Hindu, anti-India, anti-Modi, anti-BJP, what is this man doing with Sam Pitroda and Rahul Gandhi? What is the relation of this Bangladeshi history sheeter who's on the payrolls of ISI and ISPR? What is he doing with Rahul Gandhi? What is his link between what they have in common? I mean, we know this journalist. We know his habits. We know his questions. Don't you find, Sree sir, surprisingly, what is he doing there? And when our Rohit Sharma gets literally beaten for asking a simple question, sir, what will happen to what is your position on the genocide of Hindus in Bangladesh? I mean, what is this? How is this journalist so about the kingdom that he's sitting next to the king, and a journalist trying to make his bread and butter, trying to ask a legitimate question, gets beaten in black and blue? I don't know.
And just move on the video, please, because you'll see these other character that he meets. Owais Tawhid, you talked about him already. Pak section of Voice of America, full of vitriol and venom. I mean, see, one thing is, ये सब चोरी छुपके subtle कर लो, nobody will come to know. They don't care. They want people to know. They want people to know.
Sir, even if you watch his debates, I've just watched a couple of his debates on Pakistan TV. He's a vehement India and the Hindu hater. He's just allergic to India and Hindus. That is what his background is. And Rahul Gandhi ji says, I'm a Dattatreya Kol Kashmiri Pandit Brahman. मैं तो शिव भक्त हूं. How can we a शिव भक्त be in an alliance with the people who are talking of 𝗤𝗓𝗏 and 𝗤𝗓𝗍𝗏, now with the anti-Hindu hater and this nefarious Bangladesh journalist, and both of them incidentally will have very good relations or are having very good relations. I'm very sure about the Tawheed, even the Bangladeshi guy, with ISPR and ISI. So how come in this room all the kind of what we say, all the musketeers are there? How come in this room all these nefarious characters are there? Isn't there anybody scanning these people? How can these anti-India, anti-Hindu elements be in a single room and meeting Rahul Gandhi? Does he have nobody better to meet in US? Even if you start meeting the Indian diaspora, like your good self, he will need 1 year to meet all of you eminent gentlemen there. So it's sabko chhod ke, he has got this nefarious musketeers, this gang of anti-India hooligans together in a room, and he's meeting them. And when it's India Rohit Sharma asking questions, he gets beaten in black and blue. Sir, kya ho raha hai?
Also, some of us forget quickly, the Sam Pitroda character is also on the board of National Herald. जब ये जेल जाएगा ना, साथ साथ ये भी जाएगा.
साथ company देगा.
Yeah.
Again, they were telling we have thrown him out and all crap.
Now look at this lady, Vijayalaxmi Nadar. She is standing to the left of Sam Pitroda, and she, there is a change.org petition going around that is telling that her OCI card should be revoked, and the reasons are being given. You know what she did? This is the change.org. Revoke OCI of Vijayalaxmi Nadar, who is linked to ban Khalistani extremist.
Oh my, Khalistani? Wow. बाप रे, तो खालिस्तानी मिसिंग थे, वो भी आ गए. So
yes,
Pakistan and Bangladesh, so Khalistani, so okay, Khalistani link भी आ गया. I'm counting.
Some of these people, she is connected with Peter Friedrich, and then this guy is a professional protester. पैसा दो, कुछ भी बकेगा. ऐसा आदमी है. And also connected with Audrey Truschke. And look at this. I mean, you may disagree with a politician, but to wish him death, how low can a journalist stoop? Sumit ji, aap boliye. See, we may have political differences with Rahul Gandhi, right? But we are not going to say you should die, right?
Never.
Beneath human beings. Yeah.
Even we say Bhagwan ne sadbuddhi de. We always wish for the good sense to prevail. We wish him to work for India. And I have been on TV debates when some idiots from Pakistan or Khalistan have tried to insult Mrs. Gandhi, and I lose my temper. When you bloody don't dare to talk any word about Mrs. Gandhi. She was our prime minister, and at a personal level, she's like a mother to us. Don't dare to utter her word. Politically, we might have differences, but at an individual level, she's just like a mother to us, and she's our ex-prime minister, yaar. Even when she is dead, she was killed by extremists. Don't dare to utter a word against her. You have no business to talk against her. So that is our bring up. That is our Sanatani brought up, and this is what this lady is kind of talking. And why does this lady need to be again close to Rahul Gandhi and Sam Pitroda? मतलब सर कितना डायस्पोरा है? I think there are 4 million diaspora or 5 million diaspora. 50 लाख भारतीय रहते हैं यूएस में. तो 50 लाख भारतीयों में से यही कैरेक्टर क्यों मिलते हैं राहुल गांधी को? That is the question we should be asking him. Out of 50 lakh eminent intellectuals there, or law-abiding citizens, or the pride of India there, why do you get these nefarious gangsters or musketeers only to meet? What is your problem, man?
Not only that, this all is happening in Dallas. For some reason I can't understand. There seems to be a community of these lumpens. Frisco City Council, they started protesting against Global Hindu Heritage Foundation. My good friend Prakash Rao-ji runs this. This is a not-for-profit organization. And you know why they are protesting? So, Sumit ji, I have to tell something. I have to get this off my chest because I just traveled the length and breadth of Tamil Nadu. I'm telling you, go to, when you're going on highways, right, in Tamil Nadu, and I'm sure this is happening in other southern states also. even if there is a small rock on a hill, right? On that rock, there will be a cross. Either it will be painted or there will be a stake and put there. You can see the cross. Okay, so these people, they always will go and put up a church in illegal land, either Purumbok land or government land or unauthorized. Because there are rules about, if there's a temple, for example, you can't build a new church within a certain distance of the temple. Exactly what they do. Okay, so GHHF moved some collectors in Andhra Pradesh and proved it to them that the new church building that had come up had been constructed illegally. They don't have permission for this. They were still putting it on illegal premises, and that church was taken down. So now these people are panicking. Oh, if one guy does it, if 10 people do it, then we cannot put up any of these illegal churches anymore. So what happens is, for that they'll also say, Islam khatre mein, tum bhi saath mein aa jao. Buddhism khatre mein, tum bhi saath mein aa jao. Right? Sabko kar rahe. I mean, this is the level to which these sepoys will go. Okay, I can't imagine why somebody would spend even 1 second of their time listening to all these meetings of Rahul Gandhi, because these are the kind of characters that show up there.
So the man is known by the company he keeps. The way
exactly
of same feather flock together. That's what the English famous sayings are.
Yeah, and so GHHF also is being taken pot shots at, and this lady, of course, has to have something to say. The Jews in India are saying we are being treated like 8th class citizens. First, refute that, and people are writing books and providing you proof why this is happening. And this skewed cult thinking of religion with roots in India, that lady is out of her depth here. I think these kind of statements are a fit case for the OCI to be cancelled. Here she is welcoming in the same diaspora meeting that took place, I think, on 7th, if I remember correctly, 7th September. She is the speaker. Just listen to her.
Secular religion, all accommodating, and there is no place for Hindutva in our midst. How many of y'all agree to this? As Hindus, our identity does not depend on insulting the minorities, hurting them in any way. As a journalist, I have been trying to educate as many as possible, especially US politicians who cannot distinguish between Hindutva and Hindus. How many of y'all can do that too? Educate your own circle. Okay, let's talk a bit of politics now. Rahul Gandhi
Hindutva is a way of life. Doesn't she know this? पता नहीं है क्या? ये भी हम सिखाएंगे.
That Rahul Gandhi is that human leader we need today.
So I can't stop laughing. See, the thing about this lady is, I have not read any of her work except when I'm reading all these complaints now as to why the OCI card should not be revoked. I'm not saying this is true, but 1 in 2 Nadars has converted to Christianity, Sirji. That community mein na bahut zyada hai conversion. Okay, so she says that I can differentiate between Hindu and Hindutva, and I am a Hindu. Everywhere I'm having question mark. Because Hindutva is being Hindu. Okay, if you can't even understand this, then you have no right to call yourself a Hindu. At least you can say, I'm not a Hindu, so I don't know, somebody can educate. I have told Mr. Ro Khanna also the same thing. I know, I'm getting that. So the other thing is, Peter Friedrich wanted to have Raja Krishnamurti die. I mean, that thing he has retracted because probably he got a legal notice. Now she's congratulating Peter Friedrich, saying you scared the hell out of Congressman Raja. Wow. To give you an idea, this Peter Friedrich lives somewhere in California. Okay, he goes all the way to Illinois, some state 1,000 miles or more than that from here, and then claims that he's a local resident, and then he starts making statements against Raja Krishnamurti. So this is like a professional protesters. Bus pe rehte hain, they'll come by plane, wherever you want somebody who's looking like he's a Hindu congressman, jao or toko. The same people will be also training their guns at Sree Thanedar. Or Rokhana is a little bit smarter because he tries to, monkey balance everybody. That his turn will also come, because at some point or the other they will show their true colors, and who knows. But you see the point here, Sumitji. Everything is aimed at shoring up that Christian plus Islamic vote, and now he is going to Sikhs also. 1.8%. Why leave that? Usko bhi le lo saath mein. Then you will say, oh, Dalitons ka kya ho raha hai? That is what you are seeing, right? How many Dalits are there in a beauty competition? How many Dalits are there in the Indian administrative service, in PMO office? Hey, you were ruling for 60 years. Why didn't you do something about it? In fact, from 2004 to 14, Sumitji, these three were making all the calls. Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, and Priyanka Gandhi. Some very qualified officers were not given important posts, like Governor of RBI or Comptroller and Auditor General. All these were hand-picked, corrupt, 7-letter word starting with B, who work in the Indian administrative services. These were the ones who were given the jobs.
And sir, ek baat hai na, if he is so much pro Dalit and all, I think for this Young India Foundation, he should make Dalit as a person. He should not be the Prime Minister candidate. Robert Vadra's business should be handed over to a Dalit. Right? Let the charity begin at his home, and what all the properties they have of this National Herald and all, that should be given to, distributed among the Dalit brothers. Why is he there? He claims himself to be a Brahman, na? So he should say that either he is not a Brahman, or he should say, this is the Dalit who I am giving this.
Sirji, if he's a Brahmin, he should be able to recite the Gayatri mantra, 4 lines.
Sir, kuch nahi aata. And I will tell you about the Sikh angle I wanted to tell you. Sir, why did he bring up the Sikh angle? He could have brought in the Muslim angle. Why didn't he bring the Muslim angle? Is because then that will help consolidate the Hindu vote. So he didn't want to consolidate the Hindu vote. He wanted to divide the Hindu vote. That is why this time he could have chosen. He chose not to bring Muslims into the picture, but he brought Sikhs into the picture. Further divide Hindus. Further divide Sikhs. Dekhiye, this is the game plan.
Well, nowadays you don't get to see much of this Bhajan Binder, because I think he's wanted somewhere. Anyway, they all do the same set of things, I'm sorry to say, and these are misguided lumpens, and they've got a fairly big chest of money now because of drug running. And something is going on in Canada. Wahan se aapko pata chalega kya hone wala hai yahan par. To understand what is going to happen to this movement in US, you have to understand what is going on in Canada. Don't think Jagmeet would have just like that withdrawn support. Something is going to happen. Just wait and watch. In fact, today there was a big rally against Muslims in Canada. Big rally in Montreal.
Why? Surprising.
Yeah. So Sachinji, if you can locate that thing, it's on Twitter. You can see the videos. We can show it. But in the meantime, let us finish up this thing and then we'll start taking some questions. You want to add something to it? Please go ahead.
No.
Today I became the speaker. Sorry.
No. Of course, sir, it's US. You know it better than us. So once you do, then I have 2 or 3 points to make once we are done with this.
Yeah, go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. Now, one point which is very unfair and which is uncalled for. What was his business meeting, Donald Liu? We know Donald Liu is a regime change specialist. What meeting does Rahul Gandhi have with Donald Liu? So if once we are going to return the favor like this to the Americans next time, they'll be very pissed off with us. So why are they entertaining this? Point number 1. Point number 2, what is he doing and dealing with the people like Ilhan Omar? Ilhan Omar se kya kaam hai iska? Who is Ilhan Omar? If I am Rahul Gandhi, if I'm leader of opposition, I should be trying to meet Joe Biden possibly, or Anthony Blinken, or a Lloyd Austin, somebody like that. What is my business meeting this Ilhan Omar? Ye 2% ki Ilhan Omar ko milke kya milega mujhe? Again, anti-India, anti-Hindu, that sentiment. And last point, sir, he went to London. I think he was 8th to 10th. He was supposed to be in US. That is what the MEA knows. He started from 6th or 7th. He landed up in US. The last he was seen on a camera in US was 10th of September. He landed up today morning in Delhi. So, beech mein 6 days, where did he disappear in US? Whom all did he meet? Whom all was he meeting? Who are those secret meetings which he's trying to do? Is MEA aware of that? Is Dr. Jaishankar notified? Did MEA approve that? Because he is carrying a diplomatic passport, he's a leader of opposition, and his trip has to be kind of approved by MEA. MEA has to be told, and MEA has to know. Does the Indian embassies in US know here where he was? Does anybody in India know where he was for 5 days? Who was taking care of his security? Who was the people he was meeting? What were those secret meetings which was he doing? And what is that if these meetings were not secret to him, he let it happen in the open glare and glamour, what are those secret meetings which he is trying to hide? Are there some personal meetings? Personal meetings? Kisse meeting hai, sir? Dekho, on all your scheme of things, you had Bangladeshis, your Pakistanis, your 𝙒𝙖𝙦, your Khalistanis, your this IMC, your all the things. I think only the people who were missing was George Soros and the Chinese. And maybe these Turkish guys and maybe some more rogues. So maybe some Iranis as well. I don't know. So is 5 din mein kya hua, sir? What happened on your country, Sree sir, in 5 days? Does anybody know?
He may have left for some other countries, Sumit ji. Why are you saying that he is only with US? He could have gone to Caribbean. सुना है वहां का भी एक passport है. अभी details नहीं आए. And he might have gone to Colombia. He might have gone to Spain. He might have gone somewhere else.
See, 5 दिन क्या किया, sir? Don't you think as a leader of opposition carrying a diplomatic passport, have you seen any of leader of opposition before this disappear like this? No. Nobody disappears like this. And I have one more question to ask. What is America's business meeting D.K. Shivakumar? What is America's business meeting Stalin? Why does Kamala Harris want to meet D.K. Shivakumar? Matlab, what are you trying to do? Because we have a way to retaliate. And what is your business meeting Umar Abdullah? What is your business meeting Owaisi? What is Rahul Gandhi's business meeting all these characters? And who met whom in 5 days? Kaun kisse mila 5 din mein? Did American, some high-ranking official or somebody from the government meet him in last 5 days? Did he meet Nadeem Anjum or somebody? I don't know. Nadeem Anjum is nowadays a lot in London. Maybe whom did he meet? Did he have meetings with the Chinese High Commissioner? Did he have meetings with the Pakistani High Commissioner? We don't know. So don't you think the government of India and the MEA needs to know what was he doing in 5 days? Even if he had some personal engagements, he was meeting a relative or a friend or whatever, let him be notified. I went to this person, I was with his home for 5 days. This is the naam pata, this is the address where I was. That is fair. But with all these suspicious things going on and we're meeting with the Donald Liu and all, don't you think we have a right to know where were you, Mr. Gandhi, from 5 days? Why did you hide yourself from the cameras? Kya baat hai? Kahan gaye the? Kisse mil rahe the? Ji, over to you, sir.
So, Sumit ji, we have got that video of Canadians protesting against illegals entering into their country. We'll take a look at that. See this.
Canada! Take back Canada! No matter how you steal and lie! No matter how you steal and lie! Take back Canada!
They have taken over the roads in Canada also.
Are Canadians right to say that Canada is now broken? Or is this just another right-wing conspiracy theory? Could the leftist liberal narrative that Muslim immigration is helpful to Canada be misleading? Welcome back to Nowhere Diary. Before we get to the heart of the matter, please allow us to thank you for the love and support you have given us. If you haven't subscribed, layers of rhetoric to uncover the real impact of Muslim immigration on Canadian society. Buckle up. This journey through the facts might just change how you see Canada and its real Muslim-related problems. Canada's vision of multiculturalism, particularly its relationship with its growing Muslim population, presents a contrast between idealism and reality. The policy of multiculturalism, initially not focused on religion, has now brought religious diversity to the forefront, creating a unique social dynamic. Islam, as Canada's fastest-growing religion, challenges this multicultural framework not just by its size, but by the distinctive cultural practices it brings into the public sphere. The significant rise in the Muslim population, from a marginal presence in 1971 to a more visible and influential community today, has shaped public perception and policy in ways unforeseen by the architects of Canadian multiculturalism. This growth, largely a result of Canada's immigration policy changes in the 1960s that opened doors to non-European immigrants, has introduced a new layer of diversity that tests the country's commitment to multicultural ideals. However, the integration of Muslim communities into Canadian society has not been seamless.
We can stop now. Thank you, because it's really long video. But you get the idea, right? Now this is protests have started in big. So go ahead.
Sir, fastest growing religion? I didn't know
Yes.
this. My God. God save Canada. Gaya.
So these are where things are today, viewers, and things are just getting really ugly. And as a leader of opposition, he has the respect of the country, and it is hoped that when you leave the country, you uphold the virtues of the country. You become like an ambassador. But you look at what Rahul Gandhi has done in this trip, and he still hasn't. I haven't seen an official response from him on what he thinks about the state of Hindus in Bangladesh.
Correct.
So far, I have not seen it. Have you seen any official statement from him?
Nothing. No,
So somewhere that hubris element is still there. Arey 99 seats ही जीते हो, बहुत दूर है. You've gone a long ways to go. And I think you have got your best now with all these tactics and attitude problem. Anyway, so we have now at a point where we can start taking some questions from our viewers. Sumit ji, are you ready for the questions?
Sure. I just want to add one.
Before that, even please like this video. We are only having we have a very small count on likes. Look,
likes, please.
Yeah,
like.
Bots are very active, guys, to try and stop the virality. You can only beat them by liking this video. We have earned this like. You've shown so many videos. Nobody else has shown anything like this. Nobody else.
Amazing, sir.
I will quieten down now. I'll leave the floor to you, Sumit ji. This is mera adda hai, mera ye mohalla hai. I have to do. This is my job. Over to you.
मैं एक बार ये बोलूंगा कि now you see this one more thing is that you can oppose BJP's policies, you can oppose things, but you cannot oppose the idea of India. You cannot talk about the breaking of the India. You can't do these activities which put India in a very bad and ugly state. And we know what is your plan, what is your projections, because you are getting desperate. Your people are saying we cannot wait for another 5 years for you to be successful. And even after 5 years, there is no guarantee you're going to be successful. And sir, jo 50 se 90 seats aayi hai na, it is because of a trick. Mark my word, look at the numbers. It's a trick called India Alliance. Everybody ended up leaving 3 4 seats to Rahul Gandhi. Let me tell you again, Rahul Gandhi did no magic. It is because UP में अखिलेश ने 6 सीट दे दिया, बिहार में उसने दे दिया, वहां उसने दे दिया. So all these things put together added those seats. It's not any magic or any magical wand of Rahul Gandhi. It is that sheer trick called India Alliance, which though he got the India Alliance also wrong, which we showed the video, where people say, what does the I show for? He was not sure. So it has to be India AA. So he said India, last A is Alliance. So basic grammar may be dikkat hai. And what you rightly said, this 𝗤𝙧𝙤𝘆 Pandit, Kashmiri Pandit cannot even, utter Gayatri Mantra. You have to first tell him what is a Gayatri Mantra. He will ask you, what is that? Ye kahan bikta hai? He may think some Gayatri, kuch memories kahin taza na ho jaye.
Sirji, the summary of Jano, when you Janodhar, when you have Upanayanam, right? The summary is to give you Brahma Upadesham or Gayatri Mantra. Your Pujari will tell you how to recite it, how many times to recite it, what to do, how to keep your thoughts and focus, because that gives you an immense power from inside. It will help you discover your inner Hanuman. Inner Hanuman is you be able to realize your complete potential. That's what is invoking your inner Hanuman. There is a Hanuman in every one of us. And the reason we say Hanuman is because Hanuman is powerful, but somebody has to tell him you are powerful. then he's powerful. Somebody else tell him you can fly, then he flies. Like that, you yourself have to tell, I can do it, and then that's what this Gayatri Mahamantra helps you achieve. Over to you, sir. आज बहुत थोड़ा जोश में आ गए हैं, because I find it ludicrous that this guy calls himself a Dattatreya Kol Brahman. Yes.
Let's take the question, sir. Now.
Shruti Chandak wants to know, Namaskar, what is your take on Hong Kong as a higher education center? Many Indian students are coming here.
I think the things are changing fast, Shruti ji, in Hong Kong. If you see our yesterday's episode on Endgame China, we have covered Hong Kong in detail. So Hong Kong, I don't see a lot of bright future. The things might go topsy-turvy, because it's no mistake of Hong Kong, because it's the misdeeds of China which are now getting reflected in Hong Kong. If you want to get into details, ma'am, kindly go through the last episode of Endgame China. You'll see all the details, and the PwC fiasco. Those of you who has missed it, please do watch it.
And I had something else to say. Yes, skip my mind. Let's go. I'll come back to it. YouTube wala Maulana, thank you so much. 52 सीट्स का साथ हमारे आरजी ने यूएस यूरोप से इंडिया में इंटरवीन करने को कहा। 99 सीट से साथ पाकिस्तानी खालिस्तानी से मिल रहे हैं। बस इसी तरह लेफ्टिस्ट लिबरांडो हिंदुओं के साथ से अगली बार हम 272 से आरजी की सरकार बनाएंगे।
नहीं भाई, डोंट वरी।
सुमित जी,
डोंट वरी, ऐसा
बड़ा कठिन प्रश्न है।
नहीं, डोंट वरी, ऐसा नहीं होगा। देखिए,
I think his screen is frozen. Hopefully he'll join us.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm saying, look, ऐसा नहीं होगा मेरे भाई. You know, this, we are not going to let it happen. Hindus are liberated. Hindus are awake. You know, these tricks and charls and all can work one thing. You fool me once, shame on me. You fool me twice, you know, shame on you. So it's not, you know, you can't fool all the people all the time. This word, I think Rahul Gandhi has already reached his level of incompetence. ये 99 के आगे नहीं जाएगा. 9900 is his level of incompetence. He has to come back, and let me give you one prediction based on my gut. I have no information. ये September चल रहा है ना. Wait for the Navratris to go. You will see Rahul Gandhi ka Stara, which is on rocketing right now. ये मेरा आभास है. This is my intuition. We'll look for it.
Thank you, YouTube wala Maulana, for gifting 10 PGurus memberships. We'll be declaring them soon. RK Rao, thank you so much for your super sticker. Muthukumar Sundaram, thank you so much. YouTube wala Maulana again, thank you so much. Ottawa and Berlin will be our capital and additional capital in exile until we establish Khilafat and rule of Allah over the whole earth.
देखो मौलाना साहब, ऐसी हसरत लेके बहुत से लोग आए और बहुत से लोग फोत हो गए. हाँ, तो मतलब मैं तो चाहूंगा कि ये हसरत जिंदा रहे. इससे खेल में दिलचस्पी आती है. I had to answer this in Hindi because the tone was such. Sorry. I mean, this is never going to come. This day is never going to come. Don't worry. Will not let it come.
Jaipuri Sri Shankaracharya wants to know, Sree Iyer ji, sir, why people are not focusing on the root cause? Ram and Krishna killed so many Rakshasas. Do you think now Rakshasas don't exist anymore? Do you believe in shapeshifter reptilian theory? Well, Rakshas is a mindset. You know, Asura is also a mindset. Rakshas is Asura with bad intent. Asuras are, some of them are actually pretty strong Shiv Bhakts and other Bhakts also. These are all concepts. I mean, how much we believe, how much we don't believe, you have to judge people by their actions. You know, one of the highest forms of living forms, life forms, is a human, right? You could be a plant, you could be an animal, but you are on this planet as a human being. And what you want to do is to ascend to a next level, which is to get moksha, so that you don't have to take rebirth again. That's what we should be doing. And in our hearts, we all are Sanatani. We just refuse to believe it. I mean, you just look at the idiocy of some of the things about these religions. You understand that they can't really sustain. How can a newborn baby be sinned? How can the newborn baby be, wanting to atone for what sins? What did that baby do? It was just born. What is its fault, right? So, I mean, if I start because people start talking about, talking about Sanatanis as cow-piss drinkers and things like that. What they are expecting is that somebody will respond back to them, because the state in which these people live, that state government will not arrest the original originator of this thing, but the guy who responds gets arrested.
Correct. Very rightly.
So this is what they are hoping, waiting to see. Somebody will poke. What they don't realize is that people are ignoring them. And if people are going and listening to these people, because some of them happen to be pastors, if you go and listen to them, then you are losing your own thought, because what these people are telling you are, unbelievable lies. You need to do your own research. Don't have to listen to the Hindu side to understand that, oh, maybe my pastor said something wrong. You go and do your own research. Find out for how many generations you were a Christian or a Muslim. Before that, what were you? What happened in your family that caused you to convert? Please look at all these things. I mean, you are part of us, but the patience is kind of wearing thin, especially when you come to US and then start dissing your own. There is this thing called FIACONA, Federation of Indian American, I think, Christians of North America, something like that. And these are all pastors. They're pastors who came from India to come and work at churches in the US. Because nobody is going to churches anymore. There are not enough pastors. So there's a big thriving, job. People come from there. But amazingly, they have formed an association, and that association is anti-Hindu. I mean, you can be pro-God, Why do you have to go and, take anti-Modi, anti-Hindu, anti-India stance? Weren't you born there? Isn't it because you are born there and you had some qualification that you are having your job here? Is this the way you thank your motherland? Just ask yourself. And all those people who go to the congregation, they should also ask these questions. Hare, you're not even from here. You've come from some other country. That country made you what you are. Why do you go and, spit on that country?
जिस थाली में खाते हो उसी में छेद करते हो.
Yeah.
Not to say in Hindi.
Next one, please. Chaitanya Takle wants to know, what strategy should BJP formulate to counter Gandhi? I know what needs to be done, but they are not doing it. So, aap boliye, Sumit ji.
I think, look, brother, there are two things. One is the propaganda part of it, which we are already handling through YouTube, through channels, through TV and all. We'll keep on doing that. That is the national service will do. The problem is that government has to look at the ecosystem and start dismantling the ecosystem. Propaganda dismantling is the easier part. That leave it to small guys like us. We can do it. But dismantling the ecosystem is where you need the might and the power of the state. Look, that unless and until that ecosystem is not disrupted, there's not much you can expect, because Rahul Gandhi is playing in the open. Khulle mein khel raha hai. He's not hiding anything. He's not trying to keep it under the wraps. He's letting you know, I met this. In a way, he's provoking you. Tell me what you can do. What can you do? So today, I believe, I don't know what are the compulsions, what are the limitations, why so many things there are which can be used against Rahul Gandhi are not being used. There are a lot of leverages which can be used against him, which are not being used. Maybe it's the timing, maybe there are some other reasons, maybe it's national security. Well, I will not have that kind of information, but I sincerely believe there are levers and leverages which can be used. Sir.
So what I'm hearing is that he is supposed to have extra security, but they need some time to prepare for his trips. And evidently, he tells them only 5 hours before he leaves. So proper protection also is not being given. Listen, we are not against the individual Rahul Gandhi. We are against some of his utterances. If he says something good, of course we will, appreciate him for it. So the point here is, you have an important post, and you need to add to the glory and majesty and prestige of that post. Not do this way.
Correct.
Next one, please. Sree Vignesh wants to know, is it any conspiracy from Ukraine to kill Trump as he wants to stop the war? Why is Rahul not held for his speeches abroad? Has he been cautioned for his earlier speeches abroad?
Well, Vignesh, it is very difficult to comment on the Ukrainian angle to kill Trump. There have been some talks on that, but nothing is substantiated. Now, if you look at today's killer, He's a 50-year-old American, Caucasian white. He donates to the Democratic Party and he has some radical ideas. Even this man said, I want to go to Ukraine and die killing Russians. So it can't be that Ukrainian angle. But he has a long list of crimes. He's a history cheater and I believe has no family. So we're not sure about this angle. Now, whatever you see, when you talk of Rahul Gandhi's speeches, one set of rules is I'm a free individual. It's a democracy. I can go and speak whatever I want. Second set of rules is, look, I'm the leader of the opposition. I come from a big family, respectable family. I have a very responsible post. I cannot say anything which goes against the stature of India, which goes against the stature of my motherland. That's a call which you as an individual have to take. Now, obviously, technically or legally, there may not be a lot of ramifications. But the ramifications are always political. Ramifications are always vis-a-vis repute. So, and vis-a-vis the losses which you will face and the lack of support which you will get from the government. So, these are the options which are always available with the government. But legally speaking, there's not much which the government can do. But government always has options, because if you're the government, you control all the nuclear weapons of the country. You control army, you control police, you control foreign exchange reserves, you control CBI, EDI, you control everything. You control 1.4 billion people. And then however the big the cabal is, however this deep state or whatever you want to give it all the names, nothing is bigger than the might of India if India wants to act. I can give that to you in writing in my bullet.
Somebody, Jaipuri wants to know, just 1 second. I just want to, because this is part of the question. I did not answer this part. I didn't answer my question about shapeshifter theory. Puriji, I have not really looked into this. I've heard a few things here and there. I need to do some research. So I really don't know enough to say one way or the other. Next question, please. Sri Vignesh wants to know, what happened to 10 million given by Egypt to Trump for campaigning in 2017-18? Will any case trouble his presidential campaign in 2014? Oh, I don't know if this is true or not. And even if he got 1 paisa right, Democrats want to, you saw the indictment, 34 indictments. They were trying to see, he wrote some personal checks, okay, because he wanted to get somebody's silence. What he did, why he did, it's not for discussion. They were trying to find a procedural mistake in the way he wrote that check, because they were trying to tie it to your campaign financing. If the money came from campaign financing, that is wrong. You can buy an expensive suit for $5,000 because you have to go and address the public. That is okay, but you can't use it for this purpose. So they have not proved that he used this money from his campaign funds.
And it is believed, sir, in last elections, Hillary Clinton got this $20 million from Saudis in a return of keeping a Pakistani-based secretary or a campaign manager, now who is seen with the son of George Soros now, Huma Abedin. So Saudis had this condition, 20 million low, but this lady has to be a deputy head or something of a campaign. Now the same lady is seen with Alex Soros. Small world.
Next one, please. Kota Murthy wants to know, why is Center not taking any stand against Raga? Of course, NSA may have complete details of the missing 5 days.
I think India, if it wants, India will have details, should have details. But there is even a procedural lag. Why Rahul Gandhi did not inform? Why do you want the agencies of the government to spy on him to know where he is? The challenge is that he cannot disappear as a leader of opposition, and he has to go with the proper security there. And I don't know, Murthy sir, why action is not initiated against him. There are a lot of things. I think today, if I look at Rahul Gandhi after this election of 2024, he's provoking now. He's literally saying, "Batao, kya karoge? I'm here. What can you do?" He's like that. If we see in that room, he got all those anti-India characters together for a chai. Chai pe charcha with all the anti-India forces. It's again challenging the might of the governments. What can you do to me? This what I am.
Archana Sham wants to know, sir, but where is he from the last 2 days? Well, we are asking the same question. Next one, please.
He landed today morning in Delhi, man. Today morning, Delhi, he landed.
Varadarajan wants to know, Sree Iyer ji, why are we discussing Kanevu Yajñopaveetam Upanayinam in the context of this Mleccha? It's a disrespect to the tapasvis and rishis of Sanatana Dharma. Very true. See, this is the claim that Congress made and nobody rebutted him, right? This is Randeep Surjewala. In my opinion, he won't even win class monitor election.
That's a good one. I was trying to limit him to a RWA. You limited him to a class monitor. Chalo, theek hai. That's a good one.
Srinivasan Shamrao wants to know, Sumit ji, how many passports did Rahul Gandhi actually have? Known are 4 at least.
Well, the grapevine says 4. I doubt it might be even 14. 4 are the least known. You have to say 4 are at least known. Baki kitne nahi pata. Sri sir will have a better idea. Sir, kitne hai? What is the count going on?
So somebody told me there are I think 5, I think, and they suspect that it is some Caribbean country, but we need proof. Why just say that this is? See, the simplest thing is don't even worry about other countries. He has 2 Indian passports: Rahul Gandhi, Rahul 𝗜𝗍𝗆. Identical address, identical date of birth, identical picture. जुड़वा तो नहीं है ना? There is no identical twin, right?
Pata nahi, sir. There might be a new mystery. One day we might have Rahul Gandhi ji is a judwa. Then they will have Bollywood will get a plot. They can mint money on this. Wow! Imagine the blood rush in Bollywood. And they will have this biopics made and all. But honestly, even if you look at the dual citizenship, British passport thing, it's in the courts for how long?
Yeah. Next one, please. Siddhave, thank you so much. Why white liberals destroyed the West and their own civilization? Leftists with Hindu names will do the same to India. Wake up before it's too late. We are waking you up, Siddharth. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
We are waking up everybody.
And it's a movie, right?
We do it every day diligently, all 7 days a week, and that is the purpose of our life. And by the grace of God, I think our voice has reached now a few crore people. I'll not say 100 crore people are, but our reach is in crores now. So, and with the grace of God, we keep on doing it. It will keep on increasing. By the Ashirvad of Mahasaraswati, it will keep on increasing.
It's not easy, guys. It's not easy. Thank you again, Sid. Rahul Gandhi pretends as if he won the election. He's such a loser that people are congratulating him for becoming leader of opposition.
Bhai, aisa hota hai na, it's like, I'll give you an analogy. I'm not a real one. If there is a nalaik bacha, he says, oh, I have scored 20% marks than the topper of the class. Mother is very happy. Mera beta, doodh pee le, badam kha le. Then the father comes. He says the same thing to the papa. Papa says, how many marks did you score? Out of 10, 2. What the hell? So how are you saying 20% more than the topper of the class? Oh, topper aaj aaya nahi tha na, chutti pe tha. That is Rahul Gandhi. So even after 15 years, even if he gets 90 seats, it's an achievement for him. He must be dancing on the rooftops. Whether these people are destined to rule. When he was born, he was destined to rule. 𝙒𝙧 Modi ji is not letting him become the prime minister. Otherwise, he would have been the prime minister. Honestly, Rahul Gandhi missed the chance. When Manmohan Singh was there, he could have become the prime minister easily. But a lot of my people tell me the great favor Dr. Manmohan Singh did to this country, for which I have a lot of respect for him. He never let the chair to go to Rahul Gandhi. He insulted him. He did all the things. Pura mazak banaya. They humiliated him in public. They did everything. But the good part of Dr. Singh is he never let the chair go. Because he knows if we let the chair go, baith jayenge kursi pe. Then MOUs with Chinese Communist Party to Pakistan's IS, I don't know what all will happen. God only would be then our savior.
So, Sumit, you know what they say about Dr. Manmohan Singh, right? He is an overrated economist and underrated politician.
Ye theek hai, sir. I agree to that. But people say he never let the chair go. You remember once Rahul Gandhi took a paper and he literally threw it on his face. Their ordinance. Any other person would have kind of resigned. But 𝗏𝗖 Dr. Singh, where I respect him, he did not let the chair go. Sonia put him in the chair because she had no option. And Mr. Singh grabbed the opportunity. He said, Bharat ko bachana hai. At least what I can say is to be on the chair. Because they can't make me sign. They can push me, cajole me, but they can't make me sign. And I believe if Dr. Singh was not under Congress, he could have still done a better job.
Jai BJP wants to know, Sumit Iyer ji, we Hindus are good in talk, analysis, maybe the best in the world, but we never take action against our enemies or traitors. Why action cannot be taken against Raga? You see, you are asking the wrong people. How many times can we say, yahan kar sakte hain, wahan kar sakte hain, dekhe LA document, LA FIR, LA video. अब इसके बाद करने वाले करना है ना. There are like 6 or 7 lawsuits. As far as I know, there are, I think, 39 lawsuits open against Rahul Gandhi. 39. If you add all the National Herald, his defamatory statements against RSS, against the name, caste name, that one, and also I think he said some other things also. All these are there, but our court systems are so benevolent, it takes its own sweet time, never shows up. What can we do?
We can't do anything.
You guys can write to your MP, ask him what action is being taken. Doesn't matter whether he's ruling or opposition. In fact, it's better if your MP is opposition, because he will ask that question in the parliament. I mean, some people have to do their jobs. We can't expect them to just do nothing. Doing nothing is not an option.
We are only those amplifiers, right?
Yes.
An amplifier. Yeah, exactly, amplifiers. That's all. And we are the amplifiers who also make the content. But beyond that, we don't have the power to disrupt the ecosystems.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, David Goliath. He says, while Hindus are busy fighting over caste, Hindi versus Kannada, the G-hadis are sharpening their sword. G-hadis are always fighting to protect multiculturalism, democracy in a country they happen to be in a minority. Look, what did Yogi Adityanath say? Batoge to katoge. What more do you want? United we stand, divided we fall.
Hindi version uska batoge to katoge. Right. I mean, if people are not getting the simple message, what to say? I mean, how many times we have been shouting our lungs out when a riot happens, when the invaders have come, when these people who have looted and murdered in our country, when the Kabalis came, did they ask for your caste? Did they ask for your creed? Did they ask for your Kannadiga, Kashmiri, Punjabi? No. Did they ask for your Baniya, Kshatriya, Brahman, Yadav, Kurmi, Jat? No. They only knew one thing. If you are a Hindu, you have to be eliminated. Then when the enemy knocks your door, he's only bothered about one identity, Hindu or non-Hindu. That's it. Now in Bangladesh, how many castes of Hindus are there? A lot of them. So when we talk of Bangladesh, are we to saying, oh, Yadavs, Brahmans, Kurmis, this Baniya, Kshatri, XYZ, Dalit? No. For them, Hindu is good enough. Koi bhi ho. That's what is happening.
Also, update on that. I don't know how many of you know, Donald Lu came to India and then from there he went to Bangladesh. And I think either US government or IMF, I don't remember exactly, $220 million assistance has been promised to Bangladesh. But that doesn't scratch the electricity bill alone. Forget about other things that they owe.
Sir, their foreign exchange reserves pre-COVID were around $50 billion. After COVID, when Sheikh Hasina left $26 billion, they are at $19 billion. They got $1 billion from IMF, another $300 million from Donald Lu ki meherbani. Now, at this rate, they are depleting. I am telling you one thing. My eyes will love to see that. Soon you will see a race between Shahbaz Sharif and Muhammad Yunus. आपको पता किस लिए? दे दाता के नाम तुझको अल्लाह रखे. Both will have katora in there. They will be racing. मैं पूछूंगा मैं पहले. Who will reach first? Who will reach first? Who will reach first? So they will be in a perpetual reach. East Bangladesh, East Pakistan, and West Pakistan will be in a perpetual rate of getting. You know what I mean? Twist to do.
So here is. There's more and more dangerous update on Bangladesh. We'll share it with you, Sreeji. It's big. Okay, thank you. So here is an imaginary conversation. शाबाश मियाँ, हाँ शाबाश बोल रहा हूँ. अरे यार राइड शेयरिंग कर लेते हैं. आप भी सऊदी अरेबिया पे जा रहे हो, मैं भी सऊदी अरेबिया पे जा रहा हूँ. तो अब राइड शेयरिंग कर लेते हैं. मैं आता हूँ कराची को, वहां से हम एक ही प्लेन में जाएंगे.
एक ही प्लेन में जाएंगे
और बाद में एक ही बंदे से भीख भी मांगेंगे.
दोनों मांगेंगे, सऊदियों से पैसा मांगे. बाबा कुछ तो दे दो, एमबीएस भाई कुछ तो दे दो, एमबीएस साहब कुछ तो दे, आप तो बहुत बड़े आदमी हो. और अगर MBS ने पैसे नहीं दिए फिर अपने मौलाना उसे कहलाएंगे ये MBS यहूदियों का दलाल है. You know, when he started giving the zakat, then the same set of people called him यहूदियों का दलाल. They have told MBS यहूदियों का दलाल. पैसा नहीं दिया तो सीधा यहूदियों का दलाल. Direct promotion. That is what these people are.
David Goliath, thank you so much. You are in a very benevolent mood today. Thank you. How should we react to these Jai Bhim folks? They use Buddha, a Hindu prince, into an anti-Hindu figure. Brahmins founded all major schools of Buddhism. Very true. David Ji, you have to just tell them, look, you don't know your history, your correct history. You should go back and understand. I mean, they'll say, no, I know everything there is to know. Then you start telling them like what you're saying here. So the point is, people don't want to listen because they know they are being lied to. They know they are being lied to. Over to you, sir.
I want to make one sentence, David Ji. Invaders, Islamic invasion took over a lot of the countries in the world. Countries were converted in 40 years, 22 years, 33 years. They failed in 1,000 years here. When they were asked, why did you fail in India? Do you know what was the answer? And why did you succeed in the world? In Egypt, you look at Syria, you look at Lebanon, you look at, so many other countries which were just taken over. And even Iran was converted. He said, why did you fail in India? He said, in India, we have a problem. The name of that problem is Brahman. Unless until that Brahman is there in India, we will never be able to convert. Brahmans are devotees of Ma Saraswati. Brahmans are never rich. But Brahmans have been the custodians of the culture, heritage, and Hinduism of Hindu. You can be a Dalit, you can be Pichida, whatever you are. But that is a division based on Varna, not Karma. So, but the unifying factor is one. You are all Hindus. And the people who have protected with their life and blood that Hinduism, which even the invaders acknowledge, is the Brahman. So let's not pick up our axe and start cutting our own feet. That's what I would say.
Next one, please. Vardarajanji says, Iyerji, sorry to disagree. We are against the individual called Raga who has nothing to offer, consumes a whole lot of resources, emits loads of CO2. What can I say, Vardarajanji? What can I say? I mean, I'm trying to put lipstick on a pig, but that's all I can do.
I have one thing to add here. I was reading something very interesting. There's this one white guy who has written a tweet. He said, Rahul Gandhi is the only politician. I think somewhere he wrote something. He vomits in India and shits in Europe. So, kya kare? What to do? And again, on the serious note, sir, it is not against a person called Rahul Gandhi. We are fighting ideologies. We don't have anything with the individuals. It's the ideology. Even when we talk of China, we have problem with the Chinese Communist Party. We don't have problem with the Chinese as such. We don't have problems with the Chinese race. We have problem with Chinese Communist Party and Xi Jinping. We have the problem with this ideology of Congress. Right now, we are talking so good about Dr. Manmohan Singh. If we have those anti-Congress people and we have an allergy to Congress, why should we even talk good about Manmohan Singh? Even Sitaram Kesari was a good leader, right? Even when Indira divided Pakistan into two, we were all happy. It's a moment of pride for us. Nothing bad in that.
David the Goliath wants to know, thank you, David. Caste should be banned on matrimonial sites. Caste-based organization should be banned. There should be just a Hindu identity. Brahmins are less than 5% of all Hindus.
I think 8 to 12%, if my memory serves me right. And I completely agree. There should be no caste. There should be only one identity. Hindu, Om and Swastik. Or Hindu and Om, that is it. Aage kuch nahi. Sab barabar. We don't believe in this caste system, and this caste system is the Achilles heel we have. And our invaders and our Jaichans and our whatever you want to call them, they have always exploited this and they will keep on exploiting this. But with all the drawbacks we have, in Sanatana Dharma, you always had a Krishna, you always had a Bhagavan Sri Ram, you always had so many avatars of Bhagavan Vishnu and so many avatars of Mahadev. And push comes to shove, there will be avatar, there will be people who will come to liberate it. And we people at our small level do contribute our pennies every day. But there are a lot of people like us, and these pennies become wealth. And we'll keep on fighting, brother. And we need support from people like you. We'll keep on fighting. We're not going to let it go. No way.
I think that's one more question. Anand Gopalan wants to know, all the anti-Indian persons met by Rahul are identified by Sam Pitroda or by Rahul. Is Rahul trapped by Sam? Is Sam innocent for the attack on Rohit Sharma? Well, he has apologized to Rohit Sharma. That's the first part of the last question. Is Rahul trapped by Sam? I don't know. I mean, Sam is in charge of arranging people that he should be meeting. So there is some strategy in play. We don't know who decides who should be met and who should not be met. Doesn't matter, right? You can still act like a statesperson. You can say, you know, there are some things in India that I can do better if I am elected to power. That's a decent statement. You are not dissing the country. You can say, I can do better than what the current regime is doing. But beyond that, you should speak up for your country.
I have one point to make, sir. You know, you went to meet Ilhan Omar and exchange ideas with that. I don't know, what kind of a lady she is. I will rest my thoughts here with a lot of X's in between. Now, there was an incident I remember. Dr. Jaishankar went to, I think 2019, he was invited to one of those meetings and all. There was this Pramila, what is his name? Pramila Jaishankar or somebody.
Jaipal.
Now, Pramila Jaipal is known for her views against India and all. Dr. Jaishankar refused to attend that delegation. He said, if this lady is there, I'm not going to attend this delegation. Either you want her or keep.
He cancelled the event.
Yeah. He cancelled the event. Right? If I would have allowed Rahul Gandhi to stand up and say, look, Miss Ilhan Omar, I don't agree with you. Whatever you are saying is factually incorrect. We wanted Rahul Gandhi to come up and rise to the occasion and show him the leader of the opposition because it's my country. How dare Ilhan Omar you talk about it? Who are you to talk about it? If I am, if I am on a debate or I'm somebody, nobody can talk anything against Mrs. Gandhi and never let anybody talk about anything about Indira Gandhi. No, you can't do that. So the problem is here. What is more important to your personal gains or your nationalistic gains? If this Rahul Gandhi would have risen up and said, shut up, I don't agree with you. If Dr. Jaishankar could do it, why can't Rahul Gandhi do it? Why is he meeting these nicompops like Ilhan Omar? Come on. If you go and meet a Kamala Harris or a Joe Biden, still I'll understand. Kahin se to mile. Why are you meeting these small fries? How is Ilhan Omar's meeting going to change things in India? She's only going to get footage and money. She's going to make money out of you saying that she can influence Indian politics. She will take one more free trip to POK, have a biryani and come back. So if you want to facilitate that, Rahul Gandhi, that's your call. But I mean, honestly, now you're the leader of opposition. You come from a powerful political family. And then whom do you end up meeting? Ye Chavanni chaps. Come on, yaar. Give us a break. And rise to the stature, man. Rise to the stature. Like.
So just to give you clarity on that Pramila Jaipal event with Dr. Jaishankar, this is my memory. 2-3 years ago it happened.
2019.
There are things called committees that is formed in House. House is Congress. Members of the senior members in the House, they get voted into that. It's called as House Foreign Committee. That means anything to do with foreign affairs, this committee will get to know what is happening, who's being, targeted, which country regime change is being planned, all that stuff that comes into this foreign committee. Now, at that point of time, Pramila Jaipal was not part of that committee. Okay. And Jaishankar was supposed to meet with that committee. This is an official thing that you do because they want to know what is going on. So what I think Dr. Jaishankar said was that she's not a member of this committee and I know what she says. I know her views on India, so I don't need to meet her. And I think they tried to force the issue. And he said, forget it. I'm not even meeting all of you. So the whole thing went. Many people, in fact, I was on NewsX at that time, Sumitji, many people in India are saying, why is Dr. Jaishankar making a big deal out of it? Actually, I said, no, you have to make a stand in such things. It didn't stop here. Pramila Jaipal wrote a letter that Prime Minister Modi be not allowed to address the joint house. Remember, he came on a state visit last year, right? She wrote a letter, 150 signatories, sent it to, I think, Biden. Okay. You know what happened? She had to escort Modi from his car to the place where he gave the address. Rokhana and Pramila Jaipal were asked, you escort him in. इससे ज्यादा आपको इंसल्ट क्या हो सकता है?
सर थप्पड़ हमेशा ऐसे ही नहीं लगता. It's not always the physical thappad, right? There's a chemical thappad, there's an emotional thappad. There are so many thappads, right? So Hindi mein to hum bolenge na, it's a thappad. It's a nice tight slap. So this is what
Next
happens.
one,
But
please.
I like Dr. Jaishankar's stand. Rahul Gandhi could have done the same thing, right?
Yeah. Himanshi Mahajan wants to know, sir, yesterday there was news that Bangladesh is thinking about signing some sort of a nuclear pact with Pakistan. Is this possible? Can Bangladesh become a nuclear armed country?
Himanshi ji, this is right. There's a Bangladeshi professor, Dr. Shahabuddin Sajauddin something. He's a professor in Dhaka University. I think there's a Chinese plot behind it. China made this to say, because when I looked at the media attention he got, when I looked at the number of mics he had, now they are saying, sir, that we want to now have a pact with Pakistan and take a nuclear umbrella from Pakistan so that India cannot cannot run its mancha or cannot run its evil designs in Bangladesh. So Pakistan is an Islamic country, is the most dependent Islamic country. Let's do a pact with them and make sure India's designs are defeated, because Pakistan will never want us to be a vassal state of India. So if we have to go and literally, I don't know which word to use, up to Pakistan, let's go and do that, do a nuclear alliance with them. Bangladesh doesn't need to have a nuclear bomb, but let's have an alliance wherein Pakistan can protect us with the help of their nuclear weapons. So it's like a Ukraine kind of situation which they are trying to brew, wherein US wanted Ukraine to have nuclear missiles pointing at Russia. Exactly, he's suggesting something like that. Do a pact with Pakistan, do a treaty with Pakistan, get the arsenal here. You don't have to have a nuclear bomb. Let Pakistani missiles be pointing to India. So now for India, you're Pakistan here, you're China here, now you're Bangladesh here. Three-sided nuclear gherav. And if this works, one day Maldives might also walk the talk. We don't know. And when I keep on shouting my lungs out on PGurus, Himanshi ji, I don't know, have you seen my videos before? I was telling you, China is readying 5 to 6 Muslim countries to come together and invade India. Now, 3, I can count your names right now, and more are, it's a work in progress. So this is what you see. I have been talking this for almost a year now. So you see these things slowly coming into the practice. And I gave you 4 predictions on the PGurus yesterday's hangout. Watch them. They're going to again come true. Again in 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters will be here, and they all will come true. So there's a reality. China is trying to rally Islamic countries to attack India. And today Iran has said he is a great friend of India, but I don't trust anything what the Irani says. Even Iran will be a part of that gang. You already have Pakistan, you have Bangladesh, you might have Maldives, you have Iran. They are talking to Tajikistan, which is not happy with India due to whatever reasons. And there might be one over here and there, which they will get into course of time. So 5 to 6 Islamic countries getting together with China and attacking India is getting a more and more reality. This man saying this and getting all the bloody press coverage, like a big leader, and giving us some sensational revelation does not happen by fluke. It doesn't happen by fluke. तो भैया मैं कह रहा हूँ कुछ भी बोल सकता है. Correct.
I'll bring up the next one because Sachin ji is bringing up that stuff. YouTube wala Maulana, thank you so much. Of course, money and another thing were the primary drivers behind the rapid spread of Islam, and we are not ashamed of that. So much so that we even have Surah Anfal, loot ka mal in Quran.
There is also one called Maulana ji, that's called a Male Ganimat. Male Ganimat is when you raid and invade somebody, whatever you get there, which includes women, children, or anything, it's called Male Ganimat. And in Hindi, we use Ganimat hai ye mil jaye. You know where does the word Ganimat come from? Ganimat comes from Male Ganimat. So basically, the proceeds of loot are halal. You can be distributed, which can include women, children, whatever, gold, silver, land. So that is called Male Ganimat. So I'm adding to what you are saying. There's one more term, Male Ganimat, and the Ganimat word is quite used in Hindi, day-to-day terminology.
Right. Next, at least is how they usually use it.
Correct.
The enemies of Islam have always tried to make us indifferent with regard to our shared identity as an Islamic Ummah. We cannot consider ourselves to be Muslims if we are oblivious to the suffering that a Muslim is enduring in Myanmar, Gaza, India, or any other place.
Sachin bhai, love you. This is what I was exactly predicting. I was on a show before this. I was exactly predicting this. मैंने कहा ये आदमी को तुम कभी ट्रस्ट नहीं कर सकते. This Maulana, you can never ever trust. And time, Sachin bhai, I love you. for bringing this up, because this is what I've been predicting, where you can never trust them. And this is what it has come. Lo ji, aa gaya, tofa aa gaya. So count the fourth country in. Count the fourth country in. Wake up! भैया जागो, ये जो पीस की बांसुरी है ना, इसको तोड़ दो. भगवान कृष्ण के हाथ में बांसुरी भी होती थी, सुदर्शन चक्र भी होता था. Look at any of our devis, look at any of our deities. They will carry kamal, they will carry shankh, but they will all carry arms. There is not a Hindu deity, sir, which doesn't have arms. बताइए कौन हिंदू deity है? कौन सा माता का रूप है where she is not carrying arms? I mean, this is what Sanatan Dharma is about. I mean, we always talk about the Bansuri of the Krishna, but forget the Sudarshan Chakra of the Krishna. We always talk about the, Dhyana Mahadev, but forget about the Pashupat Astra and the Trishula Mahadev. Well, let's not be. Let's be what we are. Kya, Sachin bhai, zabardast.
Lipton wants to know if Bangladesh wants, being a Muslim country, can destroy mazars and dargahs. Why can India do the same? Why cannot? Islamophobia? No, but that's what you're seeing. All these bulldozers are going on, right?
Sir,
see,
some are not being destroyed. I remember the statement of Ashwani Vaishnavji. He was once asked why in all the railway stations these mazars have come up. Ashwani ji said in Parliament, we are facing some difficulty in removing them, quote unquote. So there are some people like Yogi Adityanath, Pushkar Singh Dhami, Yadav ji, हमारे MP वाले, Hemant Biswa Sarma, ये तो bulldozer चला देते हैं. And even Harish Sanghvi ji now, Gujarat wale. But there are some people who are still thoda bulldozer ko leke reluctant hai. So I think there's a lot of work which needs to be done. What there's a saying in English, more loyal than the king. Stockholm syndrome. We're suffering from that.
Yes.
Manna padega, sir. If you want to refine yourself, admit your mistakes. If I have a mistake, if I admit that will be the first goddamn step of refining it. If I keep on admitting I don't have that problem, so never I'm going to get rid of it. We have that problem. Mano, I'm telling you the set of people who are very gun-go with the bulldozer, and there are a set of people, bulldozer nahi baba. Ye bulldozer chalao. Yogi ji had said 3 days back, बोला जितना भी सरकारी जमीन पे all the government land which is encroached, get rid of it all. If you need bulldozers, call me. लखनऊ चिट्ठी लिखो, मैं bulldozer भिजवा दूंगा. I think UP government will be acquiring more and more bulldozers. So, I mean, illegal things are illegal. You cannot let Mazar Jihad take over India. It's very simple, sir. You cannot let Mazar Jihad take over India. And I'm not saying every Muslims are like that, but there's a section of the Muslims who work to a nefarious design and do this. So, but they have to be called out. And Brahmins have saved for 1,000 years, which may not be possible always. Brahman को भी थोड़ी छुट्टी दो यार, आप भी थोड़ा बहुत कुछ काम करो.
Thank you so much, Sumit ji. You gave us the gift of time, about 20 minutes more than the normal limit. Viewers, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And now let's take the Ashirwad of Mahadev ji.
Sure, sir. And I think that people would have loved this, and we'd want these sessions to be as interactive as this. Today, what I like, there were questions from all spaces. We are not confined only to the topic. Usually, Ask Sumit is asked questions from anywhere and everywhere. I will try to make it as interactive as we can. And we work very hard in PGurus to bring you all those videos and updates. As Sachin ji is always lightning fast. Before you think he will have it up. Pata nahi kaise karte. I have to go and talk to him offline. So on that note, I am very sure you're like this video.
12 हाथ.
पता नहीं कैसे करते हैं. So on that note, I am going to presume and believe you have liked this video. I want to share this video. Bharat Mata ki jai, Vande Mataram, Hare Mahadev.
सब प्रभु की माया.
सब महाकाल की माया. बिल्कुल सचिन भाई.